I was already happy to be out of that hippie terrorism what the police make with me, you know. So I was not interested to be again in that movie. So as a protest, in that I think everybody must do and wear what he or she like. You know? Yeah, where that you feel good. So you can go to one shop to one gardener who is stitching the hair in your head. Or when you find out your hair is gone, so you don't have the protection anymore from the sun, you put one thing on your head. You know? Or if I don't put it, I get all this, like this water bubble on. You get allergic reaction because too much heat on the brain, and it fucks with my skin. You know, so you get itchy.
Is it bald?
Bald? We have to ask. I'm not sure. In Finnish, you say kalliopäinen. Kalliopäinen is bald-headed. Kallio, like the rock. Like Hellberry, they call in Finnish kallio. So it's like a naked hill or something, a mountain. Now they think I have hair, you know. They think, oh, he's looking quite okay. And then pull off the thing. Freak them out because suddenly they see, oh fuck, he's anyway 20 years older than I thought. So they can't place you. And in the bureaucracy, it's an enormous problem.
Fucking shaves every day.
Ja, 5 Minuten. Sind schon eine Viertelstunde her.
Really good. That's why you came. Who was that?
Kato perkele.
Hey.
Hello, Van. We meet again. Hey, I'm Charlie.
Hi Charlie.
Moi moi. Terve. Moi. Old man.
Looking at the sky.
Check over. How's it
You
going?
had a good day? Yeah, good. All good.
Family good?
Family good, baby
Kids
good.
Baby coming?
Baby? No, it's already
Already
born.
there?
6 months. Almost 7.
How are you? But that one has to go away.
This looks fucking solid. This thing.
But that has been breaking, I think, from the ceiling in that case. The stones that we see like loose there can be from breaking off through the water and the ice and the story of the last 25 years. And if you see, there's only round stone and this kind of green, these pebbles from the river. Yeah, mass of them. Huge mass of them.
Yeah, and there is one, it's a layer about thick like that, a little thicker. Which is just these round stones, they seem to be glued together. You can't fix them away anymore.
So this is taken from river. What's this cobble doing there? Together with the clay. So we thought, okay, bedrock on this side, bedrock on that side, this tree go in front, and close the entrance. But in that way it's not possible to put this one big stone that was in the entrance, of which on the right hand side is still one piece left, before you come to the end of the cave. So it means that this is the fourth stage that blocked the entrance.
Yeah.
And they could use the slide of the weight by the weight by itself.
Yeah.
When you put that stone on clay, you can just push it in. No? So if we can see there where the stone ends, then with this new style of dynamite by there, this kind of silly putty, what you put in the hole, it doesn't explode, but cracks. So it's just expand and it's break the stone in pieces, so we can take away the stone without that you have this kind of reactors, what would be like kind of tricky situation. Yes. So this we have, there is now a possibility for this, so if we use that, we can in a couple of days take out all this stone here from this hole.
And make the entrance better for
And show the whole entrance, and then if we clean it all out, and when you go to stand them there, on that part where you go to the big stones, where Christina hide out there, and you look then from there in this direction, And you take away this material here, what is lying in this corner of Kuupelivuori. When you take it away, this mountain from that angle becomes much bigger. When you take this 3 meter away, what is here, and all the way up. There are now still some trees we couldn't cut because of this power line. Just like this other article which they put flat. And this one is on the side. So when you find out the backside, I think it will have more or less the form of the Gumbu barrier going up.
Yeah.
The Gumbu barrier is straight here on the other side of the sundial rock, because before they put asphalt, you could see on the road that you walk on the bedrock. Yes. In the holes they put a little bit gravel to make the road.
Yeah.
So it's only to take it away. And then we become really an image from that corner. Because you look in this, you start to see all kinds of strange stuff.
Also, if you take everything out, what is holding the stone up?
Correct? This
That
is
we want
the
to
key
see.
question.
That is what we want to see with our own
This
eyes.
is why this Anandu have been physically working 3 days without any stop, without stop, to clean out this thing.
Because you can already see that this stone here is definitely not only the smooth one, because it's cracked on all sides. And that way, if this stone is not anchored somehow, and it would have been already falling.
Yes.
It can fall only in 2 directions.
Yes.
That way or this way.
Yeah.
And there's the stone in between, which somebody put nicely between the sundial rock and the stupa.
Yeah.
So straight away when we know that stone is falling, it will come this way. And if that stone is being pulverized, it's going that way. But in that case it can't go so far, because only 3 meter in the top. So it falls 3 meter and then it's catched by
Yeah, and then it falls down.
maybe or maybe not.
No,
It depends how it's fixed.
No, it's gonna move this.
So you can see that when we keep following the roof, if it doesn't end, then you blast through the mountain. You come out on the other side of Kuupelivuori. But somewhere in that mountain, which again leads down to this place where the sheep are grazing, where is this green, and the other side you go the road further down to the other Mattas potato field, and from there it's going to all the water to the sea. That's that other side ridge. So it naturally goes. So somewhere in that mountain, what made basically like this, going down. I think anyway the plug is in the top side. So somewhere on the other side of the mountain where you go to the road which is turning to the left here. So somewhere there in that forest. But we can never find that out without to dig up the whole nature there. But we can estimate the place when we keep continuing to take out material. Where it could be, because somewhere, but it can be much deeper down. We don't know how deep we have to go down. So the cave can be huge also. We have no idea. But if you think the gradient, and for the water that has been blasting through here in million of year time, or billion of year time, so it makes leakage. It hollows out underneath. So the round roof, the valve form that we have, it can go much further inside the bedrock also. And so we have to start from the beginning, where now it's difficult to see because we broke away rock, but from the beginning, right from the entrance, at the bottom, where the roadway and the Kuupelivuori stone is meeting the ground, you have like one perfect line of different material, top, bedrock, and the other which can be this stuff material or this betonized material that before was soft, but now it becomes stone hard because it comes connected to there, where before it was underwater, up to here, the line that you see. So it's only to start from the beginning. and take out until you come to the bedrock. Then you have the top of the cave. So we have about 3 meter average everywhere where we go, between the roof and the floor, 2.5 to 3 meters. So we have then, but when we have that all out, then you can go down. Because you can't go and go down and then have 10-meter wall in front of you to drill a hole. That's like really stupid. So we stay in the top and we get one movable, how you call this thing, this rubber on which you can transport coal and stone. Driving with Bobcat, you throw stone on the conveyor belt and it throws the stone straight in the truck. You drive it away, more job. Come in the Bobcat, throw it on the conveyor belt. You can take out a huge amount of material. And especially when we have been blasting away the first couple of meters, then it will again become softer, the material. So it becomes difficult to drill. So I don't know how the timer is working, but it must be all in one, no? At one point it's like. But then again, then you can also use other equipment to take out material because that has been developed in the meantime between 1990s and now.
What is the theory for this more different color square?
Don't know because this appeared 1 year. Suddenly it was there.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah,
Nobody
somebody has
been
been
doing
polishing
anything.
it just for fun.
No, because
but
you can't reach that place. You see the funny things, what you can see on the wall when we 2 years ago took away all the tree on the back side of Etterstupa and you look to the view in the morning. And you go to sit and meditate there a little bit and you look for 2 hours to that mountain. Also from that direction when you start to look the whole construction and you try to think away all this green, what is on the rocks. Now you have only polished bedrock. It starts to appear things which you think that now I'm hallucinating. No, I'm looking. And you see there are so many strange ukos and akkas and everything you see. So of course maybe if you eat mushroom you can see more details, but
It's leading on the...
no, it doesn't leave. It's complete free from
Really?
The whole this whole stone is free from everything.
Oh, wow.
Okay, let's have a look on the other side.
Yep.
Stone is holding.
That is the stone, but it's completely free. You can see here, you can everywhere from all sides, especially when the sunlight is right, you can see everywhere through it. It's nowhere touching the stupa. Sorry. Now there's more shit inside, but here you see, here is one round, and here round. So here, if you take out all the shit, I think for sure we'll find the stone. What has been like swirling when the water has been running in the past and making here this kind of indentation in the rock. So it was 2 years ago, we could see it quite clearly. But it is a little bit too much garbage coming in. Anyway.
Wow.
Look, all this was caught, all this was gone. And in 2 years' time, they are already 5 meters high.
Yeah. This is this leppa.
Leppa,
Because you see, it's coming from the...
Yeah, from the root, very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, this we can take away in 1 hour, the whole area, so no problem.
Yeah.
And in the final cleanup, we'll take the roots also. So it remains bedrock. There is no more stone can be broken. Took only 4.5 years, but anyway, we were also happy because we did not believe our secret food. Yeah, but you can go first class 8 hours. Yeah, there is full water now because it was water up to the white line here. No?
Oh, okay.
We pumped all out.
Yeah, are you still doing it? Like
No. This,
Oh, okay.
we use the water because it's a difficult place. You cannot really go with one machine. So we decide, okay, we put the water hose and we try with the pressure we wash out that piece.
Okay.
So of course then the hole is still running,
Yeah.
but actually it's taking it out. It's nice on the moss, huh? Nice.
Vi står här vid den påstådda ingången till Lemminkäinens tempel i Gumbostrand i Sippo. Ior Bock påstod alltså att Lemminkäinens tempel skulle finnas begravd i den här berggrunden som vi står vid. Can you shortly explain the story?
In a short form, in this story we divide the history in 3 periods. So that is the period we call the Paradise Time, which is the period before we get the ice time. And then we get the period of the ice time up to 10,035 years ago, when here in Finland the ice time finished and people had to leave this area and move to Gotland for 1,000 years and Öland and continue there before the nature settled in this area of Finland and they could move back here in Uudenmaa and from there again restore Uudenmaa and again go out to the north, to the east, the west and the south in order to create people in those lands that had been empty under the ice time. So the story basically tells all 3 periods of the human being, of before ice time, which we call the paradise time, then the time when the earth axis flipped over, which made that we get what we in our story call the Altlandisch period, and the period of after Altlandisch, which is starting 10,035 years ago up to today. So basically it tells the whole history of the human being.
Can you tell me a little bit more like what you now are doing here at the entrance to Lemminkäinen's temple, like in like concrete way?
The project on the inside, so in the mountain, it's a very big project, so that's going to take time. But the outside that we started with the help of Heikki Hakulinen in the 80s, it came all to a stop. It was more starting and stopping and starting and stopping, and so in the period that he lived we never came to a result. Yeah, well, after he was stabbed in 1999 we decided also that it's not worth to start to dig here and there and everywhere when people get hurt in such a way, So he anyway managed to finish the story, to tell it to us. He got the time to live to tell us the story, so we came to an end with that. And now basically we want to continue the work that we started 1987, or that we together started with all the people involved 1987. And we feel that first of all we want to make the area outside, so the visible area outside, in its original condition. So we want to make the place beautiful as it looked 1,000 years ago here in Uudenmaa, more than 1,000 years ago. And when we are that far, we hope that by what we can show in that time, when we come that far, that this place really is a very peculiar structure and very beautiful, and we hope that through that from the people comes the interest for, now let's see what is in this cave when we empty it from all the material it's blocked with, so that we can come to the Lemminkäinen temple and get a big surprise from there. Yeah, it is nice, it is, I like it. I like this story because it gives us an insight into one period of the history where what most people on the planet don't know anything about. Mm-hmm. And that's very sad because that makes that when we have no history and we are trying to create a future, it is mainly experimental what we are doing because we don't know on what we are rooted, on what we are based. And this story gives us the possibility to reconnect with our history And then hopefully we get a chance to make something beautiful out of this planet instead of blowing it up to pieces. So that I think is in all of our interest, and that is why I feel this story is very important, because it is meant for everybody on the planet, because we are all born from Sampo's pearl. All right. Yeah, nice. Why not?